So, this episode's about gambling, huh?
Indeed it is.
Gamblers for suckers. The house always wins, and I only go in for a short thing.
What? I'll bet you 100 I can get you gambling before the end of this intro.
You're on.
Ha! Pay up.
You rat
Welcome back to another episode of Batman the Animated Recap. Last time we covered Vendetta, which featured Detective Bullock getting framed by Killer Croc. This time we're looking at a story that features the Scarecrow and a rare appearance by Robin. Season 1, Episode 24 of Batman the Animated Series, Fear of Victory. We open on a peculiar-looking messenger delivering a telegram to Gotham University.
What the hell is a telegram?
It's a printed message sent using a telegraph machine.
Oh! What's a telegraph machine?
It's a device that sends messages long distance via wire using signals that are created by making and breaking the electrical connection.
And this is modern technology?
No. The telegraph machines were big in the 1800s, but they fell out of fashion after World War II. Anyway, we cut to Dick Grayson at the Gotham University dorms watching a sports highlight show with his roommate Brian Rogers. Apparently Brian is a standout quarterback and is expected to dazzle the scouts at the next game. Back on TV, they switched to sports bloopers featuring a bunch of heavily favored athletes having panic attacks during their sporting events.
Hold on, black and white TVs? When does this show take place, anyway?
Well, based on the level of technology we see on the regular, I'd say sometime between 1920 and 2050.
Dick comments on the strange behavior of Gotham's young, up-and-coming athletes when our messenger from the opening shows up, looking like Dr. Robotnik in his younger, thinner years, to deliver a weird telegram to Brian.
Best of luck against Tech, and remember that only a fool knows no fear.
As I said, weird.
Outside, we see the messenger remove their disguise, but the camera is careful not to show their face.
I mean, it's pretty obvious it's the Scarecrow. He's the only person I know who has to use the word fear constantly. How dare you! I'm not afraid to avoid saying the word fear. You just said it. Said what? Fear. I hadn't noticed. You literally just said it again. And what if I did? It sounds to me like the word fear fills you with fear, fright, terror, dread, horror, alarm, anxiety, panic. No, just irritation. Has anyone ever told you you're no fun? Only daily.
That night at the big game between Gotham University and State Tech, Brian has a full-on panic meltdown on the field when the opposing team's players look like monsters to him.
That's why you shouldn't do steroids, kids. Right, Bane?
How could the show take place in 2050? We haven't even reached that point in time. We haven't, have we?
While out on patrol, Dick fills Bruce in on what happened at the game. Bruce is about to dismiss it when the world's worst thieves drop some jewels onto the road, prompting Batman and Robin to take action. I'm confused. You fired the line from your grapple gun, but then suddenly it's attached to a retractable kite handle?
Those are special grapples with extended lines that I keep in the Batmobile. How else are we supposed to get to the top of those tall buildings?
Have you considered a jetpack or something?
You can't wear a jetpack with a cape.
Look, I've suggested it before, but what about losing the cape?
Joker, would you tell the host that I am not speaking to him for the rest of the episode?
Oh, anything for you, B. Batsy's not talking to you for the remainder of the episode.
I heard him.
He heard you.
Curses.
About halfway up the building, Robin suddenly gets an extreme fear of heights. Batman stops to check on him, which allows the crooks on the roof to knock Batman off his line by dropping a giant brick on him. Batman catches a ledge and asks Robin for help. Robin is too afraid to move, resulting in...
Are the buildings in Gotham made of clay? There's no way those two buffoons could break through the base of that statue with crowbars in a matter of moments.
Oh, come on, these two are probably clever guys. I mean, they took the time to pick out matching uniforms, which shows some organizational skills.
Yeah, 'cause nothing says genius like wearing bright shirts when you're sneaking around at night.
Batman manages to grapple to a section of the building that is built sturdier than the rooftop material, and swings into a random apartment, resulting in...
Oh, my.
Batsy, you cad! Don't think I didn't see that smirk.
You know, I'm pretty sure I saw an adult film that started like this.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I definitely did. What was the name of it?
The Bats in Her Belfry.
What?
Is not the name of the movie you just made up. Let's move on. Isn't Robin in peril?
Yes. The thieves are about to drop a second statue they've broken off a column when this happens. After Batman saves Robin, they head to Dick's dorm room to investigate. Batman finds it suspicious that Dick and his roommate would have panic attacks on the same day. He finds the telegram, which is apparently just coated in powder.
Did you see this?
Hey, what's this?
How did he not notice that earlier when he held the telegram in his ungloved hand?
Look, the kid's got spirit, but he's not exactly the brightest spotlight in the Gotham sky. There's a reason he's a sidekick.
Ha! The kid sounds as stupid as you.
Thank you, boss. Back at the Batcave, Batman does some light animal testing using the powder on the telegram.
Why do you have so many cats for testing? Some sort of sick, frustrated revenge since you and Miss Kyle can't be together? Tell me, Crane, have you ever been choked out with a telegraph wire? I can't say that I have, no. Keep asking questions and you will.
Why does Crane get all the fun threats?
Batman and Robin figure out that the fear toxin reacts to adrenaline, turning your excitement into fear. Robin asks how long the effects will last, and Batman says,
I'm afraid there's only one person who can answer that. The Professor of Fear himself.
They head to Arkham to check on Scarecrow, who is supposed to be there, and we get to see some familiar faces as Batman makes his way to Crane's cell. Don't you guys have uniforms there? I've seen them in other episodes.
Of course we do, but this was Casual Friday.
That shouldn't make sense, but in Gotham, it does. Anyway, in a rather creepy scene, Batman discovers that the Professor of Fear has escaped. We cut to a bookie where we see our messenger friend from the start of the episode collecting his winnings from sports betting. The bookie wants to know the messenger's secret since he hasn't lost a bet, so he sends one of his goons, who apparently shops at the same store as the rooftop thieves, to extract the information.
What a f***ing moron. The guy comes to you with his bets. When he does, just send a cutout to another bookie to place the same bets. Guys like this give guys like me a bad name.
The goon follows the messenger into a building where a horse show was supposed to be held, but has been apparently cancelled. Once in the stables, the goon gets surprised by the messenger, who reveals himself to be the person that we all knew it was.
The Scarecrow!
Oh, come on. I thought the disguise was pretty clever.
A little.
Not really.
Nope.
Not even a little bit.
This is what I get for working with tasteless heathens.
We later see the goon at the police infirmary where Batman has to basically spell out the entire plot for Commissioner Gordon. It's not a good look. The commish deserves better than that. Meanwhile, at the Batcave, Dick is trying to get over his fear when this happens.
Not afraid. I'm not. Oh!
Why would he do that over a bottomless chasm? Don't you have a gym in that mansion of yours? And surely that gym has a nice safe balance beam in it for training.
Well, of course I do, but I already told you the kid's not a thinker. Plucky and scrappy, sure, but not a lot going on upstairs.
Batman and a reluctant Robin head to the Gotham Knights game where they believe the Scarecrow is likely to strike next. Batman goes into the stadium, leaving Robin outside as a lookout, but Robin heads in when he sees the messenger enter. A telegram gets delivered to the locker room where Batman is waiting, but he's the one that gets surprised.
No! What? What's wrong? All I did was double park.
Elsewhere inside, Robin sees the mustachioed messenger emerge from a room with the players' uniforms in it that is not the locker room for whatever reason. Robin hides and sees the messenger remove his disguise to reveal that he is the Scarecrow. But why did you take your mask off in the hallway like that? Shouldn't you have kept it on until you were away from public scrutiny?
Valid point, but you see, I was double-masked, which is remarkably hard to breathe in.
Fair enough. Inside the room with the uniforms, Robin sees a helmet turned upside down. We cut to later on when the game is well underway. The quarterback appears to be having a stellar game, which is infuriating the Scarecrow.
You should be proud
prostrating himself, crying for mercy.
Change of luck, Scarecrow.
Batman tells Crane that gambling is illegal in Gotham, which seems unlikely, but sure. Crane responds by explaining why he did it.
Oh, here it comes. The money was probably just a front for revenge against jocks, the kind of people who used to bully Crane at school.
I need the money, Batman. You know the cost of chemicals these days.
What the hell?
Look, sometimes you just do a job for the cash. I'm not proud of it, but as I said, I needed the money to buy chemicals for my experiments.
But why not just use your fear toxin to steal the chemicals?
Well, How did I miss that?
Scarecrow threatens to pour his new fear compound on the massive crowd below if Batman doesn't let him go. Batman agrees, but Crane drops the vial anyway to keep him busy. While Batman goes after it, Scarecrow decides to attack him, and they struggle for control of the vial.
Never mind the fear dust. Who's the dope in the stands who just got hit in the head with that bulb?
The vial gets knocked off the platform, but Robin, who is nearby, manages to pull it together to swing out and grab it, while Batman subdues the Scarecrow. And the Gotham Knights win over the Colonials.
Ha ha, perfect.
What's perfect?
Soon as I knew what was going on, I told the dummy to place a hefty bet on the Knights to win, and the bet didn't let me down.
I thought I was supposed to bet against the Knights.
Well, if you wouldn't have been thinking, you wouldn't have thought that. I'm gonna need a moment alone.
The episode ends with Dick and Bruce at home watching a press conference showing Dick's roommate Brian getting drafted by the Gotham Knights.
Making our local champ their first-round draft pick.
Wait a second, why is that TV in color?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm very rich.
But you can't be the only person to own a color TV. By that logic, do only the rich own telephones? The technology in this Gotham makes no sense.
That's what I've been saying since the beginning. Why do the GCPD use blimps when they have helicopters?
Oh, wait, you're on board with this? Never mind, I'm fine with all of it. Let's go send some telegrams.
Rude. Anyway, we close on Dick saying that he can't wait to congratulate Brian on getting signed, to which Bruce responds,
You can always send a telegram.
Oh, Batsy, that's why I love you. Making a joke about a traumatic event that the boy Blunder clearly still hasn't gotten over. It's like an emotional crowbar to the face of Jason Todd, am I right?
Too soon.
I loved this episode. Sure, the plot boils down to a very basic cash grab on the Scarecrow's part, but there are so many great shots and intense, borderline scary moments in the episode. By far way creepier than the Scarecrow's first appearance in the series. What did you think, Crane?
I mean, the scheme was brilliant. I was brilliant. I just had some bad luck picking the one quarterback who just happened to be roommates with the sidekick of Batman. I wonder what Coast City's like this time of year. Maybe it's time the city without fear got some. Anyway, 4.5 out of 5 matching thug uniforms.
Join us next time when we'll be covering The Clock King. Ugh, as if anyone has time for that. Time for The Clock King. Till next time, kiddies. Hey, everyone. No joke at the end this time around.
As I'm sure most of you already know, Kevin Conroy recently passed away, and we just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the man who was a hero to so many.
He took someone as cool as Batman and made him even cooler while also giving us an equally compelling performance as Bruce Wayne.
The man gave Batman what many would consider to be his defining voice, one that struck fear into the hearts of villains for 30 years.
He is the best version of me, and if you have any doubts, just listen.
I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified when more Batman the Animated Recap episodes go up. Thanks, everyone.